Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to today's webinar on Grow with SAP. We're all thrilled to have you, all of you here, as we delve into this transformative technology that holds immense potential for businesses worldwide. Today, we're privileged to have notable experts in the field of SAP and Grow with SAP who will share their invaluable expertise and insights. Allow me to introduce our esteemed presenters. We have Arvind Mani, our SAP Delivery Head. As our SAP Delivery Head, Arvind oversees the end-to-end execution of SAP projects with a focus on excellence and customer satisfaction. With more than a decade of experience in SAP implementations and a keen insight into emerging technologies, he has been instrumental in delivering innovative SAP solutions for some of the largest organizations globally. Next, we have Mark Futrell, our sales manager. Mark brings over years of experience in enterprise sales, specializing in helping organizations unlock the full potentials of SAP solutions. His deep understanding of customer needs and commitment to building long-term partnership has been key to driving successful SAP transformations for clients across multiple industries. And finally, we have Harish Chaudhary, our Chief Operating Officer for the APAC region, who has a wealth of experience managing operations and leading digital transformations. With a strategic focus on aligning technology with business goals, Harish has successfully spearheaded numerous high-impact SAP initiatives, driving growth and operational efficiency for clients. So, without further ado, let us embark on this enlightening journey into the world of SAP as we grow and learn from our distinguished speakers and explore the strategies and opportunities that lie ahead. Thank you once again for joining us, and let's get started.
Thank you, Nishita, for the kind introduction. Again, my name is Mark Futrell. I'm a sales manager here at S2 Integrators, and we're really excited to be here with everyone today. We have some great content to share, and I'm confident that after the webinar, everyone will be able to walk away with a better understanding of SAP Grow and how it could support you and your organization. But first, let's start with our agenda for the day. We're going to open with what we're seeing in the marketplace, not only from a global perspective, but also locally with our customers. We'll then touch on SAP's two cloud offerings, which are Grow and Rise. We'll then move over to SAP's AI experience and their new product, Joule. Then we'll have a quick poll question for everyone before I hand it off to our partner, Mani, who will discuss Grow and SAP more in depth, along with S2 accelerators for ERP discovery, and then S2's S4HANA public cloud offering, and as Nishita pointed out, a Q&A at the end. So moving on to our first slide, what we're hearing globally. Ever since COVID, I think supply chain management has been on everyone's mind. There's so many issues that have been going on. Not only that, but just recently, the Longshoremen Association just announced last week that they may go on strike October 1st. To give you an idea of how important that is, they handle 43% of all imports that come into the US. So it's definitely a challenge. We're also hearing or seeing regulatory challenges, especially in the sustainability. Sorry about that. In the sustainability area. We're seeing it right now in Europe, but we know that those regulatory challenges are going to come to the US in a year or two. Always seeing political and financial disruption, Ukraine, for example, and ever rising energy costs. The last topic I'd like to touch on that brings both global issues that we're seeing along with our customers is a tight talent pool along with an aging workforce. So a lot of our customers are experiencing their employees age to a retirement age, but now how are they going to replace them? You have a 60-year worker who has 40 years of experience. How are you going to knowledge transfer to a younger employee who's grown up with different technology and a different way of life? So that's a very important challenge they're running into right now. Along with that, other issues, lack of agility to adapt to market presences due to inefficient and disconnected processes. They're also dealing with a remote workforce. Again, since COVID, not many people have returned to the office, so they're spread across the city, the state, the country. So how do they get to their employees communicate effectively and efficiently. They're also running on multiple disparate systems. As they've grown, they've purchased a solution for finance, a different solution for inventory, a different solution for supply chain management. So none of those systems speak to each other, so it makes it very difficult for someone to get an understanding of what's going on with their business quickly. And then lastly, our customers are growing. They're diversifying, they're expanding to new markets, so they're really just outgrowing their ERP. And so how does SAP support them, and why go with SAP? First, you'll have a single source of truth. So those disparate systems will go away, and you'll be able to see what's going on in your business quickly and effectively. You'll also be able to automate business processes, identify key issues to resolve quickly, and then at the same time, always be secure and compliant. Now, with SAP being in the cloud, you can take SAP with you and access it at any time, any place. And since it's also in the cloud, it's rapid deployment and ready to run ERP that grows with you. So moving on to our next slide is our SAP's two public cloud or two cloud offerings, Grow and Rise. They are different, however, they are complementary to each other. And at the end of the day, the same result comes out, which is increased efficiency within your business due to the digital transformation process. But let's start with Rise. Rise is SAP's private cloud edition. Initially, it was designed for large enterprise and current SAP customers who are on ECC, but that is no longer the case. If you're not an SAP customer, you can still join SAP with Rise. And it's not also only for large enterprises anymore. It really depends on the complexity of your business. But some of the benefits to Rise are the flexibility and control it offers, and then also the dedicated cloud environment. Moving over to Grow. Grow is SAP's public cloud offering. We can go back one. And originally it was designed for small to medium-sized businesses, but again, large enterprise can still access Grow with SAP. It's great for out-of-the-box, or what we call a suite-in-the-box solution, which allows for rapid deployment. Now, however, it doesn't allow for minimum customization only. And one part we're experiencing is that with Grow, it's a two-tier scenario. So M&A, divestitures, joint ventures for the large enterprise space. So if Coca-Cola has running on S4, one of their bottling companies could, in theory, if they would like to, run on Grow. So moving on. Oh, and one more point I forgot to mention. When you usually speak with other individuals about SAP, everyone thinks SAP is only for large enterprise accounts, the big Fortune 500, it's expensive. But in reality, 80% of SAP's customers are small to medium size. And so Grow is really designed for that mid-sized business because it's extremely cost effective as well. Now moving on to our next initiative is SAP's journey with AI. One thing I like to point out about SAP that separates it from its competitors is it spends $5 billion a year on R&D. And out of that, they become a leader not only in the ERP space, but also in the AI space, especially in the ERP world. Their goals is to have an enterprise-wide AI solution to support your internal employees' needs. So in this instance, their newest product that they've developed is Joule. So what is Joule? Joule is an advanced data analytics solution that's designed to improve data-driven decision-making. I know that's a lot, but what it really is, as you can see on the screen, it's an intelligent Google search bar. So instead of having to navigate multiple screens and applications in order to, say, run a report, choose the dates, other 5 or 6 clicks, you can simply ask Joule, can you please provide me with a P&L over the last 3 quarters for a particular business unit and it will automatically generate. It should cut your search time across multiple applications by up to 80%. So it's a great tool. SAP being in this AI space has a lot of great things going on in the future, and it's very exciting. So with that, we'll start with our first poll question. If it's to come up, but again, you can see how Joel is working, typing it in, kind of like ChatGPT, giving you answers. So there's some other AI initiatives that's going on that SAP is coming about. WalkMe is a new solution that they just purchased. Still waiting on that poll question. All right, well, let's go ahead, move on, and I'll hand it over to my partner Manny to discuss SAP Grow a little bit more detail. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for explaining detail about the current business problems that's faced by industries. So how SAP is offering different cloud products, and that are so insightful. And yeah, so let's start with Grow with SAP. Before that, I would like to reintroduce. I'm Arvind Mani, taking care of the SAP delivery practice for India, and I'll be walking you through our Grow with SAP, right? So we'll start with, right, say you own a business, the business you want to grow, and the business grows eventually. When the business grows, you face a lot of challenges, day-to-day challenges, process challenges everywhere. And then you will look for a software solution, and ERP might be the best fitting software for you. Okay. So when you think of ERP, SAP is the market leader. But few years ago, if we propose SAP to any other company, then they'll say like, oh, SAP is not my, in budget, and SAP is like a beast, and only large enterprises can able to adopt that. So gone are those days. So to solve all your ERP challenges, SAP has put together 50 plus years of ERP experience, and they came up with a SaaS based product, the cloud ERP. We call it as Grow with SAP. So what actually Grow with SAP means to you? You can able to adapt the ERP, cloud ERP, quickly, confidently, and also cost effective. And not restricting to that, it also includes the key features like the rapid development and agility. Any ERP product, like, we usually take years to implement, but that's not the case in terms of Grow with SAP. You can able to implement it as quick as possible, like 12 to 14 weeks. Sounds like a dream, right? Yeah, it's possible with Grow with SAP. And on the top of that, the Grow with SAP comes with the latest AI technology, wherein it adapts the best industry practices to suit any industry sectors, be it pharma, be it automotive. Grow with SAP supports you. And with a continuous innovation in place, Grow with SAP will be able to replace any of your legacy systems. So that's the challenge SAP is giving to it. Okay. So now we have Grow with SAP. There is a stereotype understanding. Grow with SAP is more of a product that is suitable for a professional services company, like companies that they are selling IT services, or a human resources company where they are just selling the services. But they are the one able to quickly adapt Grow with SAP in the initial days. But slowly, the other companies also understood the capabilities of Grow with SAP, and that's what SAP is also flexible for product-centric companies. So when we say product-centric companies, right, your company is having a production orders, manufacturing goods, bill of materials, demand planning, forecasting. Yes, Grow with SAP is flexible for those product-centric scopes. And when we see the scope, right, like we have the core ERP available, which comprises finance, sales, procurement, and top of it, SAP supports the service-centric scopes and the product-centric scope. Okay, now you coming with us with a problem. My business is too complex. How SAP will support me? It's very customized process, which I am the only one company doing it. Yes, SAP is giving you an option called Business Technology Platform. It's a AI built platform where you can able to bring all your custom enhancements. If you have multiple third-party system which you want to integrate with your cloud ERP, it's possible through BTP, Business Technology Platform. And also, if you have a if you want to enhance the current Grow with SAP product in small base, it is possible. On top of it, if you want to develop your own applications, SAP supports that. So looks good, right? So now you have the core, which is very clean. On top of it, you have a business technology platform where you can able to develop your own enhancements, products, integrations, data analytics. So this is the specialty about Grow with SAP. Okay, and this BTP is powered with artificial intelligence, which is a buzzword in today's emerging technology. So we will take a use case. You receive sales quotations. Suppose if you have hundreds of sales quotations in place, typically if somebody needs to sit down and spend time to investigate all this sales quotation and choose which one is best, it's really time taking process, right? So SAP's built-in predictive analysis library, it will model all the data is part of the sales quotation and will suggest you which quotation is best. So in this way, we are using the SAP's artificial intelligence to the fullest and benefit out of it for our all the predictive analysis phase. On top of it, if you want to automate your purchase ordering process, like when you have purchase requisitions coming for approval. So with some logic or workflows, you want to automate the approval of the requisitions. It's possible. In some places, the pricing information, like info records, we call it typically. If you want to automate that, SAP supports. So these kind of automations you can able to achieve through the BTP platform, which is enhanced with our artificial intelligence. And that's what SAP Grow with SAP brings into the table. Moving on. So now we have the product, right? SAP Grow with SAP. So you need someone partners to implement that. We S2 integrators have in-depth expertise and extensive project experience wherein we can able to optimize the value of the ERP, and also we enable the smooth deployment. So how we take your digital transformation or a smooth implementation. So when we start with any implementation or a digital transformation, we carefully understand your current process. So when we review the as is process, we understand your business end to end. Then as a part of that, we also do a playback of as is process. Then we prioritize which needs to be going first. To give you an example, one of our customer, when we proposed the full the solutions on all procurement, finance, or everything. So customer was like more focused. You can implement the inventory management first, then we can do the warehouse management part in the second phase. But we also took this into consideration. We gave them the analysis, like if we are doing the warehouse management in the second part or the second phase, what are the consequences or the additional work that we are going to get. So by this, we enable our customers how we put the roadmap for the business success. So We do the business, functional assessment, process assessment, and we give the improvement points in the process assessment and with the technology with SAP, grow with SAP especially. So during each phase, right, we will be giving the deliverables like our point of view on your business model, our point of view on your benchmark. So we compare your business with the industry benchmark, meaning say in on an average, uh, your indirect spend is like 20 percentage more. But what is the industry standard? If the industry standard is something like 20 percentage, then we are saying okay, this is something you are par with the industry, on par with the industry standards. If that is deviating, we take this into consideration, carefully measure this. We want to bring value to your business by eliminating all the issues and the pain points. That's what S2 is very specialized on. Moving on to so yeah. So this is what the outcome of our scope items. As we said, Grow with SAP comes with all the predefined scope items, almost 900 plus scope items already available as part of Grow with SAP. So it's just very easy for your business to understand the scope item, whether it is required for your business or not. We also recommend you, okay, this might be useful, not now, probably in the future. So like that, we understand the current state on the future state, and we recommend the scope items or the capabilities basically. For an example, if in the manufacturing, if you are using production planning, predictive analysis, in the supply chain area, if you are using central procurement, we activate all those items, or else it's always advisable not to activate it. Okay, in future we can able to activate it any point of time. So based on your business needs, we understand your business needs and recommend all the capabilities, the scope items. This is an example of the scope items activated. Moving on. So once we analyzed the scope items, right? So what next? So we have to start the implementation. So SAP has provided us a activate methodology with different phases and deliverables pertaining to these phases. On top of it, S2 brings value in terms of accelerators. Okay, so in the discover phase, which we have seen just now, we understand your as is process, right? So we will document it and we will provide you. But before that, we have our own playback thing, wherein the way you explained your as is process, we also play back with to you, so that it confirms that are we understanding your business processes right, so that we are on the same page, just to have the confidence for you and us. So we have the predefined process for all these as is processes. And when we start the discover phase, we also have our demo environment, S2's demo environment up, ready and running. It has all the business scenarios already defined there, and any industry you name it, we have it. So you can come and log into our system. You can play around the system, because usually the system will be handover during the UAT phase, right? So that time people will see the new system, which they might not able to experience quickly, but we are giving it in the right discover phase itself, so that you can have enough hands on. Now during the prepare phase, right, so we used to set the governance standards, then the project management plan, everything. For the project charter, we have all the S2 predefined templates available, be it a workshop template, key design decision template, or a integration templates. We have it, you name it, we have it. So there is lot of effort, approximately 15 to 20 percentage of the documentation work gets reduced. So our implement, we will focus more on the implementation, and that's why initially when I committed, we are committing, we can able to implement within 12 to 14 weeks because of the accelerators. So once prepare phase is done, then we are moving into the explore phase, wherein we will be doing fit to standard workshops, meaning all the SAP Grow with SAP's capabilities we will be showcasing to you, and making sure that it fits to your business standards. If there is any delta requirements, we will be doing a new key design decision documents to give you the comfort that all the business cases are taken care. It's not only standard. Apart from that, the gap analysis, the delta requirements, everything is taken care. So once explore phase is done, so we will be doing the realize phase, wherein all the uh, you know uh, data migration testing activities will be performing. So we have test templates for all the business processes, being it finance, procurement, uh, and manufacturing. We have all the testing templates. You just use the testing template, fill the data, execute it. You follow the instruction mentioned in the testing template, execute it, you are done, your testing is done. And we have a specialized defect tracker, wherein based out of our experience we have put it together. These are the defects that usually a user will face, so we have put it all this together in a defect tracker already for the user to understand it. So with that we can able to quickly progress on the testing phase. For the data migration, we have our S2 path, which will be able to transit all your existing data, legacy data. So be it a material master, customer master, vendor master, we have the template. We give the template, you fill the data, we clean it and do the quality check. Then we can able to do the migration quickly. And during the deploy phase, we will be doing the you know we will highlight the critical issues which we faced in all the phases, right from unit testing, integration testing, user acceptance testing. So all these phases we used to understand the critical defects, and we make sure that our system is ready. And also we will be doing the change management process, because the deploy is almost kind of a preparatory activity for the go live. So we will be doing the change management process, because that's the key for any business. All the cutover, data migration, all those activities will be taken care, and we will be doing the go live. So once we go live, we make sure that our customers can able to independently handle the system, and that's the point we will do the completion of the project that we put as a milestone in our all the engagement. So that our customers should feel comfortable before we leave the project. Moving on. So on a nutshell, right, like the value journey, what we bring to the table, it's commitment. So any project, we will stick to the commitment. What we provide the solution from the beginning till end, we will commit. Either it's a solution, or it's a team, or it's a you know uh, a process. We will stick to the commitment. And we also carry the culture and values. We work across global projects, and we know, like people are from different culture, but we end of the day we work as a one team, so that it will create value to the customer. We never it's always, we even in the emails we used to refer like our team, our problem, like that. So that's the culture and value we carry, which results in better customer experience. So that's the trust we are bringing from the customer to us. So we have, like 100% of our customers are referenceable. And so how we achieved all this trust and other things, right, like based on the phased approach. Our execution style is what the key. It is almost easy to fit at least 80 to 90% of your business requirement. In terms of innovation, SAP also provides the innovation, but on top of it, S2 also brings the innovation into the table. It's our own innovation tower, because in the other end, we are also partnered with SAP in the co-innovation space. So if you have a product problem, we can able to directly talk to SAP and bring the solution immediately for the problem in terms of product. Or if you want a process gap in the product, we can able to communicate to SAP quickly and bring the value add to the table. So these are the advantages when we will be providing you during our value chain. Moving on to next. So now we have the implementation and other plans, but we also have to consider when our customers are running globally, we need to make sure all their local requirements are satisfied. Be it is like a local law regulations or any tax and statutory reporting, we have to stick to that, right? So we focus that we take that very seriously, and we provide solutions, and SAP also support that. So far we have 59 local versions delivered by SAP. Take an example, China, we have golden tax, which is essential for any shipping. Be it US, we need value added tax. Be it India, we need goods and services tax. So all these taxations we take into consideration and comply with that. And on top of it, SAP also supports 33 languages. So this will enable our end users to run or execute the transaction very seamlessly. And on top of it, if there are any other country, SAP is also working on that as a part of that continuous improvement. Moving on. So in terms of the product, right? So it's a cloud product. End of the day, it's a SaaS product. So there is any local tax implication or any regulations that government is posing. So how SAP adapts that? SAP adapts that very quickly, and you can able to get that update within 2 weeks of time. If there is a new tax solutions implemented in a country, SAP takes that seriously and deploy that solution in 2 weeks. And there are some minor updates that's happening on every month. On top of it, we also have little major updates every February and August of every year. So I know, like there is an update, then I know there is a understanding, like, okay, how I will manage my day-to-day activities. Trust me, these updates will not disturb your day-to-day business. We have all the SAP is providing you all the automated test scripts running just to make sure after update my system is still stable. So we have the automation which can able to run quickly, less than 24 hours. So I'm pretty sure that your current business will not get disturbed. On top of it, since it's a cloud product, right? Like we also have that thought process. Okay, what is the downtime? Will it be available every time, 24/7? To answer that, we just going to showcase like 99.9% uptime recorded last year. That's the data we got it from SAP. So over 11 billion transactions, like posting your account entries, accounts payable, receivables, everything happens through SAP last year 2023. And from the product support perspective, right, SAP has a dedicated help desk or who is working like 24/7. So any product related help, you can able to reach them seamlessly. And solution wise, you can always reach out to your partner S2. So we are also 24/7 and able to support all the time. Moving on. So this is like overall our understanding, basically how S2 is nurturing grow with SAP. So over the period of time, lot of implementation, lot of customer satisfaction, we can able to do flawless integration, cloud enablement, and focused testing, distributed data. So these are the key things that we can able to perform seamlessly, especially on the industry side, right? Sustainability is a key thing wherein now a lot of companies are looking forward, especially the carbon footprint, CO2 emission. These are the complaints report wherein a lot of customers, even after our implementation, coming as a request to us, can you do that? Yes, we are supporting in terms of achieving the sustainability. And this is our understanding on Grow with SAP and our experience put together in a nutshell, in a tree way. So now, with that, I'm handing over to Nishita to see the product.
Thank you, Arvind, for the wonderful insights about how S2 provides value to our customers' journey and what S4HANA Cloud has to offer. So today I'm going to give you a high level overview of how to navigate the interface with a focus on what you would experience as part of your daily work. So for this demo, I'll be taking the role of a accounts payable manager and an AP manager. So you'll see the system as I would in this role. So to start, let's look at the first step, which is logging in. Now, logging into your SAP solution is just like logging into any other site. You'll use your unique username and password, which ensures that your system is secure and personalized for your role. So it's very similar to how you would log into, say, your email, Outlook or your social media account. Now, once logged in, you land in a launch pad or your home page, which is your central workspace. So here, all your applications and tasks relevant to your role as an AP manager are available right at your fingertips. So the solution is very role based, meaning you have access to only those tiles, those reports that you as a user have been given access to. Meaning a finance user may not be seeing all the tiles, say a procurement user might be, seeing. So it will be very specific to the work you do. Now, let's start with the launchpad or the home screen. So this is where all your apps, your applications, tasks, and reports are housed. For example, as an AP manager, you'll have tiles for managing invoices, checking payment statuses, handling maybe exceptions. You would have accounts payable related all your applications. Now, here you see each tile represents an application or a task and is either dynamic or static in nature, providing you with real-time information such as, say, how many invoices are pending for approval or which payments need processing. So clicking on a particular tile is going to directly take you into a corresponding app, and you can easily switch between different tasks without actually having leave your launch pad. So I'm just going to give you an example. We're going to go in to the say the accounts receivable overview application. Now this overview application is a holistic picture of what is happening when it comes to accounts receivable in your organization, right? So I'm going to click my company code and you see I have a dashboard that's come in. Now this dashboard is not static in nature, meaning every tile, every insight that you see right here is again an action. Meaning, if I were to click, say, the top 10 debtors here, I would have opened up the total receivables. It's one click leading to the other. Meaning, from here, I can even go ahead and process receivables by the customers. So I can perform a task right from the screen that I am in. I don't have to go back to my home page to find another application to process a transaction or perform a certain task. I can just move from this screen to the next, and all the relevant applications to this particular screen are going to show up here. Now similarly, this applies to all the applications. If I were to go into another tile, I would see some other application or some other task that is relevant to it. So now let's go back and look at some sections here on the home page, right? So here, right from the top, you have a section called pages. Now these pages are something that I maybe as an AP manager has configured for myself, saying all the accounts payable and processes are to be in this particular page. So when I click this, all the applications related to that would be saved. Similarly, maybe I, as a user or the manager, might be using all these categories on a day to day basis, and I would like to have it segregated. So I've created pages for myself. Now, the whole look and feel of your user interface here is again customizable to the needs of the user, meaning you can add more pages, remove pages, add more applications here. You can add, you would see all your to dos and your situations, your tasks here. Now this section, the next section you have has 4 tabs under apps, which is favorites, most used, recently used, and recommended. Now under the favorites, maybe I have 10 apps that I use on a day-to-day basis, and I don't want to segregate it between the pages. I just want to keep it very simple. I use 10 apps, I save it under my favorites. So instead of me having to log in every day and trying to find that application, all I need to do is just keep it here, select on any of these applications and perform a task. So it's as simple as that. The next section is most used. I would have the mostly used. So all the applications here, the recently used. So if you've recently, used an applications and forgotten what you've exactly used, it's going to show up here. So it's like a history. And this is one of the really cool features, which is the recommended apps. Now here is where, like Mark mentioned, AI comes into play. So you as a user have been given access to multiple applications, right? So AI is using this information to see what you as a user have an access to, what do you use on a day-to-day basis, and then recommending some applications that you might need to use. So all the recommended apps are here. Now the next section is about to-dos. So all the tasks and the situations are going to be up on your screen right here. So all the tasks, meaning if there's a payment batch stuck, I as an AP manager need to probably give an approval for something. All I need to do is click this and give that approval. If I were a procurement manager and a purchase requisition were to come in, all I need to do is just click that particular task, approve the purchase requisition from there. The situations are all the situations that have occurred and causing a delay in another process. So I can see all the situations. Again, like I mentioned, you click that particular action item and you perform the task right there. The next two sections are very interesting. You have the insight tiles and insight cards. Insight tiles are more like mini report values that you might need from during the course of the day, which keeps getting refreshed. So like I mentioned, dynamic and static. This is dynamic in nature, meaning it keeps refreshing in real time. And maybe during the course of the day as an AP manager, I want to know my days payable outstanding. So instead of again running a report or trying to find that application, all I do is just refresh and this keeps updating. Right now it's showing this, but when I click this, it's going to refresh it. Right now it's changed to 312. Inside cards are like mini reports or mini dashboards on your homepage. You might not have many of them because you might just keep 4 or 5 that you use on a day-to-day basis. So you have all the insights that you need on your homepage right at your fingertips. Now, I want to take your attention to a very powerful feature that we have, the search bar. So the search bar here is very powerful because it lets you locate any document, task, or report across the system. This means that you don't have to hunt through menus. You can just type in what you're looking for and the system is going to bring it up, right? So here you have an option to select either from apps or a lot of categories that you have. So maybe if you don't know what you're looking for, but you know the keyword, all you can select is all, type in the keyword, and the system is going to, pop up everything related to that keyword. Now, a few more items that I want to call out is the help support that you have inbuilt for you as a user. So when you click this question mark, this is an inbuilt support. It's like guided learning, right? So it's very easy to use. The system basically is going to help you use it. You have tutorials, you have built-in learning content. So if I want to understand where different sections are, my help is going to take me there. I have the SAP community to find any answers for any, the entire community there for any problems that I have and the solutions that I'm looking for. You have the learning center. You also have the announcements about what is new in the solution. Another good thing is about the built-in support as well. So you can access the knowledge base of the SAP knowledge base from right here. You can just type in what you're looking for, and it's going to bring in all the results from SAP knowledge base and the database for that particular problem. Now, this is a very high-level overview of our user interface. So in summary, you have the SAP S/4HANA public cloud solution, user interface designed in a way that's going to make your daily tasks more intuitive and efficient. So from the launch pad that houses all your critical apps to the tools that, help you manage your tasks and notification, The system streamlines your work so that you can focus on what actually matters the most. So today we've covered how an AP manager would navigate the system, from logging in to maybe managing invoices and handling notifications. This is just one example of how the interface adapts to your role, making sure that you have everything you need at your fingertips. So with that, I'm going to turn it in to our next speaker, Harish, to talk more about what S2 has to offer.
Well, thank you, Nishita. This is a wonderful demo. And now it has, I remember my old days back in the 2000s when I used to learn those T codes to run the transactions within the SAP system. Now it made it so easy not to memorize those T codes, but to, navigate easily by the menu-based system, which has been provided by the S4 Public Cloud system. So thank you for the demo. Wonderful demo. Liked it. Now, you must have learned a lot from Mark talking about why do we need Grow with SAP, or what's the difference between Grow with SAP and Rise with SAP. And then you learned a lot about the product functionalities of the deployment approach from Arvind, how the delivery happens with the Grow with SAP software solution. And then we also saw the demo from Nishita about the look and feel or the UI of S4 Public Cloud. Now it's time for us to talk about the most important or interesting part of this webinar, which is how do I implement this, or what does it cost me to implement this software solution. So we have come up with a service package. We call it at S2 Accelerate for Grow with SAP services package. This provides a rapid deployment for your Grow with SAP solution, which is S4HANA Public Cloud. The scope covers almost like 100 scenarios, predefined scenarios, and almost 10 out-of-the-box integrations. When I talked about predefined scenarios, I meant to say that there are certain scenarios which has been identified in SAP as a predefined scenarios. For example, if I talk about procure to pay, this is a whole end-to-end cycle. If I start with, which starts actually with, generating or identifying the need, and then once you identify the need, it's the next thing you create a requisition for it. Once you create the requisition, then you just need to create a purchase order, and then you need to receive the goods, and then once you receive the goods, you verify the invoice against the purchase order, and then you make a final payment to the vendor. So all this in the system is already configured as a predefined scenario, well integrated with the ERP as well as the accounts payable function. So how do we configure all these predefined scenarios? We help with this Accelerate S2 Accelerate package, and you get like 100 predefined scenarios out of the S2 Accelerate package. In terms of business value, I say that S2 Accelerate package provides you a lot of business value out of it. Like it provides a foundation for you to start digitizing your processes or business processes or to automate even your most commonly used transactions, so that you can focus more on the functionalities rather on the scope and how it has to be done. So we do it all that for you. Over a period of years, we have implemented S4 Public Cloud for many customers, and this has helped us deploy various different accelerators that can help in rapid deployment, and that all is inbuilt into this service package. So now you must be thinking, how long is it going to take for me to implement this S4 Public Cloud? So I would say, as Arvind also mentioned in his delivery approach, that maybe it's a dream to go live within 12 to 14 weeks, but yes, it is possible. So definitely we help you with this S2 Accelerate package to go live within 12 to 14 weeks. And how much does it cost for you? Not too much, not a big dent on your pocket. It costs around $149,000 to implement S2 Accelerates, which will help you quickly go live on S4 Public Cloud. And there you go. Then you can scale as much as you want. And from there on, you can pick up different functionalities as you please like. There you go. So now we have learned a lot about the S4 Public Cloud. what are the different functionalities, how S2 can help you in implementing S4 public cloud. Let me give you a brief overview of our company profile so that you can understand how we can be a partner, trusted partner with you to help you adopt this public cloud offering from SAP. So S2 Integrators is a global company. We are based in Atlanta, Georgia. We have global offices spread across in North America, like in US and Canada, and also in India. We are proud to say that we are one of the few partners with SAP who has 5-way partnerships with SAP. That means innovation, sales, consulting services, and support. And also, it's important to note here that we are also one of the few partners that are available in mid-market area that provides end-to-end solutions, right from covering from S4 HANA all the way to SuccessFactors and Ariba. So, which gives us even much better advantage in providing mid-market customers how they can get the best value of the software solution that it is. We have an impressive employee retention rate of 95%, which means we make sure that employees are heard, employees can do the best that they want to do it in the organization to contribute best on their part. So far, we have an employee headcount of 500 plus employees or subject matter expertise spread across the world. Every quarter and quarter, we are growing rapidly. Feel free to reach out if you want to join hands with us, with any of the recruiters available from our organization. We will be happy to join hands with you and bring you on board. Now, again, in terms of customer retention rate, I'm very proud to say that we have so far maintained 100% of customer retention rate. That means we do whatever best we can in order to provide the best value to our customers for whatever investment they have made in SAP solutions. We have made some strategic partnership with product companies like SAP, Tricentis, Snowflakes, Salesforce, AWS, Tableau, Microsoft, ServiceNow, all this to provide you end-to-end software solutions for your business need, whatever best possible that we can. So you get the end-to-end solution from one window shop from S2 Integrators, keeping you focused on your business challenges and how they can be met with the software solution that we can help you out. And I will open up for Q&A. More than happy to answer any questions. Even after that, please feel to reach out to either of us. Very happy to take on the questions. Thank you so much.
Okay. I think, thank you, speakers, for all that wonderful insight. Like Harish mentioned, we're now open for any question and answers. Please feel free to put any of your questions in the chat, and one of our speakers are going to address it. I think
one of the questions
yes, go ahead.
was asked, how do we enable AI with ECC? There's some AI functionalities that can be enabled through BTP, even though your current ECC system is running. However, SAP S/4HANA has much more great pre-built AI use cases that can be leveraged seamlessly. So it is difficult, but can be done in ECC. It looks like that was the main question.
Yeah, I think we're almost at the top of our hour. So we would like to again thank all of you for joining us for today's webinar. And I would like to thank all our speakers and Barbara for helping us host this. So thank you, speakers, for this wonderful insight, and we look forward to having all of you again for our next webinar. Thank you so much.